Hi, I'm Brett Swartz, founder of Capital Gains Tax Solutions, where we use the Deferred Sales Trust to help you escape feeling trapped by capital gains taxes on the sale of a business, primary home, or commercial real estate. We're in part 5 of our series, and we're discussing the advantages of the Deferred Sales Trust over the 1031 exchange. And in this part, we're talking about liquidity and diversification. Liquidity and diversification. And what is liquidity? Liquidity is the ability to have access to cash. A better way to put it, what's a non-liquid asset? A non-liquid asset is commercial real estate, primary home, or a business, meaning you have to refinance or you have to sell the asset in order to get liquidity. And it takes a longer period of time. It could take 30, 60, 90 days. It could take a year. Who knows until you find a buyer that makes sense to sell your property, and also selling at a fair price. The Deferred Sales Trust solves that in that you can move all the funds into stocks, bonds, mutual funds, of which can be sold quickly and access the cash quickly. We call it trade plus 3. So within about 4 business days, you have the ability to have all or a portion of the funds inside of the Deferred Sales Trust. Of course, it would trigger the tax in that given year or the given time you receive that, but you have liquidity. Now, liquidity can be important for a number of reasons, whether you want to travel the world, whether you need access to cash quickly, also for the ability to obtain new financing too, as well, for banks that perhaps need more liquidity in order to give you new debt on different properties or different deals. The second thing we want to talk about is diversification. And the Deferred Sales Trust gives you diversification in that you don't have to go back into properties versus the 1031 exchange, or you don't have to go back into just one property. So most of the clients that we work with, before they've come over and use the Deferred Sales Trust, they're used to just doing a 1031 exchange where they just trade one asset for another asset. And generally speaking, it's one asset, let's say a multifamily property, into one other multifamily property, and it's generally in the same city, the same state, meaning they're not diversified. Now, they may have taken, let's say, 20 units and moved it up to 50 units, which is increasing their diversification across multiple tenants. But the challenge is they're still perhaps in the same marketplace and the same product type. Whereas the Deferred Sales Trust allows you to go outside of just one single deal and go into multiple deals. And let me give you an example. You can go into multiple commercial real estate syndication deals. And we have strategic alliances across the U.S. with mobile home parks, multifamily, self-storage, senior housing, where you don't have to be a manager of the property and you don't have to do a 1031 into the deals. You can just park the funds into the trust and then invest up to 80% of the funds into multiple deals. The other thing is the ability to go back and just go into stocks, bonds, and mutual funds and not go into real estate at all. So you could put it into conservative allocations if you're choosing based upon your risk tolerance, which is again diversifying you away from a single asset class and a single state and a single product type. So reach out to us today. Learn about the Deferred Sales Trust so that you can preserve more wealth by having more liquidity and diversification.